Hello and welcome to the Secret Zone. So, yes, I'm back. Today talking about
How
how
to
to get
stop
the
men
wrong
from
men
wasting
from
your
wasting
time.
your time, and also how to say no to the wrong men, the unwanted men. Now, why? Well, because sometimes a woman doesn't want to be bothered. Okay, she can't be bothered. Yeah. Okay. Let's start here. Here's something. If a woman is, a beautiful woman, vibrant, radiant, intoxicating woman, she will have different types of men who will approach her, make offers, and express interest in her. Okay. So how does she say no to the wrong men? And a lot of them won't even be worthy of being in her presence on a continuous basis. Okay. So she will have to say no a lot. Okay. So how does she say no without being too harsh? Well, she say no by remembering compliments, gratitude, and apologies. Okay. But first, read the room. Okay. Read the room. It's important to read the room because not everything is an exact science. Okay. So if a man approaches you, he express interest, you would start with compliments by saying, "Oh, thank you. I'm delighted. I'm, yeah, it's an honor." Or if you don't want to, do that, you can use apologies. You can say, "Oh, my apologies. I apologize, but I'm off the market. I've already been spoken for. I'm taken." Or you can always say, "You're not available." Or if you're married, if you're in a relationship or separated, whatever the case may be, you just tell them what your status is. You don't really have to tell them too much. You don't really have to tell them everything unless you want to. You don't have to go into too many details. Okay. Just tell them you're off the market. They don't need to know why you're off the market. They don't need to know, too much about your relationship or your marriage or what have you. It's just that they need to know that you're not available so they can dismiss themselves. Okay. So that's why you compliment them, you thank them, or you apologize because you want the rejection to go smoothly. Okay. And why do you apologize to them and you say, "Oh, my apologies," or "I apologize"? Well, because you're apologizing because you are not giving them the privilege to be your provider, man. They are not going to have the privilege to be in your presence continuously. So you have to apologize for that, that they're not going to get that opportunity, the privilege, because you're not available. Okay. Yes. So, what if they don't want to take no for an answer? Like if they want to continue pursuing you, well, that's when you have to use the plans, deterrence, and use your conditions. Have plans, have deterrence, have conditions. Okay, so that way they can dismiss themselves. They can just like go away. They can leave you alone. And what are those conditions you have to have? What are those deterrents or plans? Well, think about this. What out of the many things, what is like one thing that scare men or that make men want to dismiss themselves? Okay. What is the one thing that can weed the wrong men out? It will weed them out. Okay. That women can, one thing that women do. Well, that one thing is talk about marriage nonstop, talk about motherhood and your wedding. Okay. If you are talking about that, it will weed out the wrong men. It will keep the wrong men from wasting your time. Why? Because the wrong man is not going to stick around investing, providing, and spending money. Okay. because he's the wrong man. He's not going to waste his time trying to waste your time. Okay. And also, don't forget to mention that you're not going to be fornicating. And I'm using the word fornicate, there's another word. Okay. You're not going to be fornicating unless there's a marriage, unless there's a wedding in sight, unless you're getting your wedding. And you should be telling him about your wedding, that you have the wedding dress or you've been looking at wedding dresses. Oh my God, I can't wait for my wedding. I've been looking at wedding dresses. I've been looking at wedding cake. I know the type of ring I want. And I've been looking at florists in the venue. And luckily, weddings are usually like 20 to 20, 30, $40,000 depending on the location. So it shouldn't be too much for my gentleman. And I know like my gentleman will cover the wedding expenses. So that will be so wonderful. Okay. So talk about your wedding. Even if you don't want to get married, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need to know. He just needs to know that you have plans, you have conditions, you have requirements. So that way he knows that you're not going to waste your time with him. Okay. So he knows not to waste your time. Okay. It'll be hard for him to waste your time when you're always going to be always be about getting married, marriage, the motherhood, joys of motherhood. Okay. Or something. Just have conditions, have plans. That's a way to keep the wrong men away. That's a good way to weed out the wrong men. So that way they don't waste your time. Okay, because the right man will probably want to stick around, spend money, provide, invest. They will want to tolerate your nonsense. They will tolerate your foolishness, your BS. That's the right mark. I mean, the right man. Okay. They will want to tolerate you. But the wrong man, they're not going to want to waste their time, because most of the time they're going to be like, they don't fit into your plans. They probably don't want to spend their money. They don't want to do much of anything. They don't want to invest. They just want to probably fornicate and then move on to the next girl. So no, don't let the wrong man waste your time. Have plans, have conditions, have deterrents to deter them from wasting your time. Okay. You don't want to be just allowing them to be fornicating. Okay. So don't let them waste your time. That's how you get them to not waste your time, by having conditions. And it doesn't matter if you want to get married or not. Maybe you don't give a damn about getting married. A lot of women don't give a damn about, but you should be having marriage as something to deter the wrong men, to keep the wrong men from wasting your time. Because I know in this modern era, a lot of women are single by design. Okay. They're single by choice. It's not the olden days where women had to be forced to be married. Okay. To be in a marriage. Now women are single by choice. Okay. And I said earlier, you have to read the room, because not everything is an exact science. So this is how you would act with the wrong men. You would tell them certain things to dismiss them, or have them dismiss themselves. Okay. Now with the right men, okay, the right men are the men that you could have something with, like whether a woman is looking for marriage, to be married, or have a baby, or connect with the man's money, connect with his wallet, connect with him financially. The right man, not to act a certain way with them. You're going to act differently with the right man than you're going to act with the wrong ones. Okay. Because it's about acting. And I know women have been acting since the beginning of time, and I don't judge, I observe. Okay. I make observations. You have to act. Yes. And the more money a man has, the more money the man is spending, rather, the better of an actress the woman is going to be. Okay. She's going to have to act differently, better. And most men don't know that they are dating actresses or they are married to actresses, but most of the time, women are acting. Okay. It's called acting. It may look like she wants a man or she may want to be with that man, but really, she's acting. Okay. And the more money he's spending, the better of an actress she's going to be. Okay. So I just remember, read the room. Okay. Not everything is going to be an exact science. Okay. Remember, apologies, compliments, gratitude. When you have to say no to a man, make sure that you do it in a civilized manner. That's what you have to do. So now I will end it here. Mhm. I hope you've been inspired by this conversation. So be inspired. Bye. Mhm.